Hi, it's me, Kairi. I I had bronchitis for 2 weeks. Um, so my voice is fucked, and I just woke up, and I sound like a guy. So I'm sorry for that. My voice is really deep. I I wish it was better, but my throat hurts. 'Cause I told you I had a severe case of bronchitis, and I um I'm still recovering from that. I still have a cough, and I coughed up blood a few days ago, so it's kind of really bad. But um I'm doing okay now. I think so. My hair is fucked. Those are my wigs. I should clean my room, but I don't want to yet. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about films, about all the films I've watched this January, 2025. What's my hair look like? What's my hair look like that? What? Ooh. I have a film. I have a film log, a book, notebook. I write stuff here with everything I watch. 2025 by Kairi. I dress Spider-Man a lot. 'Cause I am Spider-Man. Look at that. I love this guy. Look at the spider heart. Look at that. I love Spider-Man. Do you guys love Spider-Man? So this is all the films I watch this month, January. Okay, so I watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days for the first day of January, and I rate it 5 out of 5. I've watched this film 3 times already. The first one, I got rejected. That was in 2021. I got rejected by someone I really like, and I was so sad. And I was like, I need to watch a rom-com film. I need to watch something to make me believe in love. Shit like that. So I watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and Matthew McConaughey and Kate are so good together. I don't know how they film romantic movies without falling in love with each other, because Matthew is so hot. Matthew is so hot. One of my favorite things about this film, other than it's funny, cute, romantic, and enjoyable overall, is that I love how they share their love for the New York Knicks. I love basketball. I love the NBA. I've been watching it since I was 2 years old. The earliest childhood memory I have is watching LeBron James and watching Mavericks and New York Knicks with my brothers. I have 4 brothers, and it's, I also dream of having someone who loves watching basketball with me. I guess so. That was good to watch. I really like it. maybe one day, I'll be able to watch NBA with someone I love. Just like that, and it makes me. It's a dream date of mine to watch New York Knicks or Lakers, because I'm an LA fan. And I got a lot of Yankees and New York Knicks shirts because my aunt lives in New York and she buys me all the stuff, and I always love them, everything about New York. So yeah, I rated 5 stars. It's part of my yearly rewatch list, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, because God, beautiful movie, and it's a comfort movie of mine. If I'm sad, I'm just gonna watch that over and over again. The second time I rewatch it, it was with a past lover of mine, and third time was this year, January 1. I just watched it for fun because I miss it. It's been 2 years since I watched it, so watch it again. It was so funny too. So number 2, I watched Oppenheimer. My best friend called me, and we watched it together. He was like, "Let's watch this," and I'm like, "Okay, can't do anything about it. You're streaming it. It's so loud in the back because my house is full of kids. I got a lot of nephews and nieces, and they're playing Roblox horror right now. They knocked on my door 10 minutes ago asking me to play with them, and I said no. I don't like horror on Roblox too, man." Screaming God. But I'll play with them after this video. They're so funny. They're both 7 years old. Hello. Okay. So I was saying the second film I watched is Oppenheimer. My best friend called me and he was like, "We gotta watch it. We gotta watch it." He just called, stream it, and then we watch it together. And I've been wanting to watch this film since I saw the trailer a year ago. So I was so hyped. I was so happy. I finally got to watch this film because it won a lot of awards. Cillian Murphy got an Oscar for this, if I'm not wrong. He got one, right? Best actor. I'm pretty sure he has. I'm never wrong. And the entire time I was watching the film, I was so locked in. Like I wasn't doing anything else. I was just watching the movie, and I loved it. I wanted to watch it for so long. I just wanted to do it when I felt like it, when I wanted to watch it. So when he called me randomly in a Tuesday, I think. Oh, it's a Thursday. It was a Thursday. You know what? Fuck it. Let's watch it. And it came out almost 2 years ago. And during the time, I had friends and I was begging them to watch it with me, to watch this with me. And no one wanted to watch it with me because they said, we're just gonna fall asleep. We're not gonna watch it. We're just gonna end up gossiping in the theaters. And I'm like, no, I won't. I won't. They decided to watch Barbie instead. I love Barbie though. I love Ryan Gosling. And so we watched that in theaters. And I didn't watch Oppenheimer because I didn't want to be alone. During the time, I was the kind of person who can't do stuff if I'm alone. Because I'm not gonna do it. If you're not gonna do it, you have to do it with me. Like, please do it with me, you know? Please do it with me. And this is one of the biggest regrets I have. I wish I could watch Oppenheimer the day it got out. I wish I did. Because the experience would have been phenomenal. I started watching films on theater on my own when I watched Alien Romulus. It came out last August. I watched it and there were only 4 people in the theater, a couple in front of me and a guy behind me. He was like filming and I was in the middle of it all eating popcorn, and I was screaming, I was having fun. And ever since that experience, I wasn't afraid of doing stuff on my own anymore. Like, I don't need a friend to come with me if I want to go here and do that. Like, why did I used to be like that, you know? Why was so scared of going to the theater and watching Oppenheimer? There's nothing wrong with going to the theaters alone. I don't know if I'm saying that. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Theater. I'm sorry. It's the accent. And so I was saying I regret not watching Oppenheimer, and on the theater, and when I watched it with my best friend together on a Discord call. It's one of the greatest films I ever watched. If I could rate it 100 stars, I would. It felt like a perfect orchestra being performed right in front of you. Cillian Murphy is such a phenomenal actor. I have so much respect for that guy. He's amazing in Peaky Blinders. He's amazing in everything I see him in. And I just keep it coming, Cillian. Just keep it going. He's amazing. I should watch more films with him in it. In February, I will. If you haven't watched Oppenheimer, you're a crazy dog. Go watch it right now. Stop this. Stop watching this and watch it. Watch Oppenheimer. You won't regret it. Also, RDJ is sick in there. He's amazing in there. Oh my god. RDJ is crazy. Okay, number 3, I watched Notting Hill on January 10. The next day I watched Oppenheimer January 9. And it has Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. Okay, I've always heard of Julia Roberts, and I never watched a film with her in it. I never watched. So this was the first time. And Notting Hill has a special place in my heart. I rated 4 stars though. 4 stars and a half. I rated 4 stars and a half because Because the most unbelievable shit in the movie for me was how is Hugh Grant single? He's so fucking handsome. Like, he's this hopeless romantic and no one likes him. Dog, you're crazy. You're crazy. Also, I found out by watching Notting Hill that he's the Oompa Loompa in Wonka 2023 with Timothy Chalamet in it. He's huge Grant. I was like, oh, that's why he looked familiar. I watched him in Wonka. It's a great rom-com. I also want to find my future husband in a bookstore in London. I'm gonna do that. And then the next day, I watched EuroTrip 2004, and I rated 5 stars. This is one of the funniest film I've ever watched. Is EuroTrip. Scotty doesn't know the Fiona and me do it in my band every Sunday. Ew. The cough is so bad, I'm sorry. The funniest film ever, and it has Leica M7, the camera. It's so fucking funny, and I hope more people watch it. It's the funniest film ever. Miss Goosey. It's funny as fuck. When I get a boyfriend, this is the first movie we're watching. EuroTrip. It's so funny, bro. Okay, and then 2 days. This is where I got a fever. 2 days after I got a fever, I stopped watching for a while. I watched The Northman by Robert Eggers. I love Eggers. I rated 4 stars. It's a great film. I love it. I love watching it. But I'm never gonna rewatch that again. You know, it's an eye candy to watch, and I have so much respect for everyone involved in the movie. They did great. They're amazing. I was just missing something from the story. You know, it's just 4 stars. Like, I don't have to explain myself. And also, I think that his film previously, The Lighthouse, that's so hard to top off. That's my favorite films of all time is The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. That is so hard to live up to. The Lighthouse is a fantastic masterpiece of Eggers. So, I was saying, watch The Lighthouse if you haven't. You gotta watch it, man. You listen to me. Watch The Lighthouse by Eggers. Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson. Great fucking movie. It's my number 1 favorite film of all time. I also watched that with my best friend. It's most of my films I watch was from him. His great taste. You know, my friend. So the next time I watch a movie, so I watch The Northman January 13. The next day I woke up and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. I was bedridden for a week. And I lost all of my Valorant skills after that. I'm butt fragging now. I hate it. I'm butt fragging on comp. I was MVPing and acing all the fucking time before I got sick. I'm so mad about it. But yeah, so I got sick, so I couldn't watch any film because I just sleep all day or puke out all the mucus inside my lungs. I would just do that. I'm so mad I got sick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so mad I got sick. I missed out on a lot of movies. January 18, I got the news that David Lynch died. He passed, and one of the I felt bad because I don't know most of his films yet. During the time, I only watch Mulholland Drive, and I love the symbolism. I love everything about the film. It's if I can make a top 20 films of a watch, Mulholland Drive is gonna be in the top 20 greatest films I've ever seen. I think it will be confusing for some stuff, and people say you shouldn't start with Mulholland Drive as your first David Lynch movie, but it was my first David Lynch film, and I understood what it meant. I understood everything about it. I love the way he tells the story. I love the way everything about it, and I rated 5 stars. I rated 5 stars, and so when I got the news that he died, I was like, I need to watch more films created by this guy, David. And I have so much respect for everything he does. He's a great director. He's definitely gonna be in my top 10 when I finish all the works. When I finish watching all these works, he's definitely gonna be in my top 10 favorite directors of all time. I'm sorry if I'm saying stuff a lot, and it's gonna be a long time yapping about Lynch. But I watched The Elephant Man, which is one of his this is his second film he directed, or third, if I'm not wrong. This is his second or third film. And I bawled my eyes out. I barely cry in a movie. I almost never cry in a film. But I bawled my eyes out. Niagara Falls, bro. I was sobbing, and I was sick as fuck. And I watched it at 2 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. And it's gonna have... Okay. The Elephant Man is about a man called Joseph Merrick, an actual man who lived in the 1800s. I forgot the date, I'm sorry. And he was taken care of by Dr. Frederick Trevis. And he has a condition, the Elephant Man disease, which disforms your head in a weird way, and people called him a monster. And Joseph Merrick couldn't sleep properly, like lie down, because if he does, he's gonna die. It's gonna snap his neck and some other in an angle. He can die. Like, it's that bad. His body so... His head and body is made like that he can die if he just lied properly, like straight, you know. So he can't do that. He can't sleep properly. He has to sleep sitting. And during the time, I had bronchitis, right? I have bronchitis, and I couldn't sleep properly and lay down, because when I do, all the mucus comes up my throat, and blah blah blah. I can't sleep properly. I have to sleep lying down. Sitting up. I have to sleep sitting up for 2 weeks because I can't. And I was crying because all I wanted during that time was to get better. My lungs were filled with mucus. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't smell. I couldn't breathe properly. And all I wanted was to lay down properly and hug my plushies. But I can't do that. Because when I lay down properly, I can't breathe. I can't talk. I vomit and vomit. And so that was one of the things I appreciate in the film. I never knew how hard it was to sleep properly until it happened to me. And in the film, sorry for the spoilers, if you can skip it like a minute, because I'm gonna say spoilers, I don't care. In the film, Joseph Merrick died because he lied down properly for he broke his neck and he died. And because all he wanted in life was to be normal. All he wanted in his life was to do normal things, normal human things. And people would laugh, I think, if you don't experience it. Oh, he just wanna lay down properly. That's his dream. And when I was sick, when I watched that, I was like, I get you, Joseph. You're just like me. Because I can't fucking sleep. I can't lay down properly because I'm gonna die. I can't breathe with all the mucus in my lungs. Such a fucking bad experience. And as I was saying, okay, I cried when all he wanted was lay down and sleep, man. It was so fucking sad. Cause also I was experienced that, so it made me super sad. I was like, when will I get better? I'm not getting better. I have to go to the hospital. And I started coughing blood. I was crazy, man. I started coughing blood. I was pretty sure I was gonna die. And so, Elephant Man, 5 stars. David Lynch, I love you. I'm gonna watch Twin Peaks next. I love you, David Lynch. I love you, man. And then the next day, I can take it no more. I played Valorant. I went January 19. I went to play Valorant, and I was online in Discord. And then my friends messaged me saying, "Kairi." Well, they messaged your server. They're like, "Kairi, it's movie time. You love movies. Let's watch The Edge." So in The Elephant Man, Dr. Travis is Anthony Hopkins, and he was handsome as hell, and he was young there. Also, I watched the creation of The Elephant Man with all the documentaries after I watched the film, and I was bawling my ass out. It was so beautiful. The way how they created the film. You should watch it if you haven't. Like, please watch The Elephant Man. It's so beautiful. Tragic. So beautiful. Anyway, the next day I watched another Anthony Hopkins film, which is The Edge, because my friends were saying, "Hey Kairi, we're gonna watch." So I watched it with them, and it's 4 stars for me. It has Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin, and it's about a billionaire getting lost in the forest, and he has his two men with him, and there's a bear chasing them down. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I love the movie. I love watching it. And they use a real bear. Bart the bear. And the bear was so massive. It's so scary. He's so fucking scary, man. And after watching The Edge, I watched how they trained Bart the bear. He's so cute. He's like a teddy bear, but his body is like, he's so fucking scary. When I saw him in The Edge, no fucking way that's a real bear. Like, that's all I could say. And then I search it up, and he is real. He is real, and he's trained, and he knows when the camera is on or something. So that was really funny. Like, the bear knows when it's rolling. He stops being cute and fluffy. He starts being scary and roaring everywhere. Great film too. I loved it. And then the next day, my friends from the same server, they were like, Kairi, it's time to watch La La Land. La La Land. I only wanted to watch that with a friend because I know I'm gonna get my heart broken. I'm gonna cry my eyes out, and I did. I think there's something tragically beautiful about how, even if you know how love works in general, even if you love someone the most, even if they inspire you the most, that's all they am. That's all they am in your life. Like, that's their purpose. Purpose. Why is the word so hard to say? Purpose. Oh my god, I gotta stop saying stuff. Okay, as I was saying, some people's purpose in life, in your life, is that's it, to push you to your dreams. And you can still love someone even if you guys ended, I think, okay? Personally, that's how I see love. You know, I'm always gonna love you. That's how I feel when I like someone, that I'm always gonna love them. But I also don't want to do anything with you anymore. You know, you just respect them. Like, you just respect each other. Basically, I cried. I miss my ex, so. Cut that shit off. Okay, so I was saying La La Land is so sad. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. No matter how much you want it to work out, it just doesn't work out at all. You have to live like that. That will kill me every day. So if you love someone, you tell them, don't be stupid. Cause I am stupid. I shouldn't be stupid. Anyway, that was January 21. So, sometimes La La Land makes me think, is it really love if it fails? If it doesn't work out? Was it really love? I don't know. I still don't know myself to answer that question. But I don't regret who I love, because it's the reason why I'm like this now. I know myself better now after that experience. So I don't regret the people I date, because it's part of you now, you know. It shouldn't be something you regret every day. Then 2 days after, okay, my bronchitis got bad again, so I was stuck in bed again. So 2 days after, I couldn't sleep. It was 2 a.m. and I opened my best friend has a list for me to watch films, and I just randomly pick one, you know, I just randomly pick one and then watch it. I'm also 50% done with the list, so I'm happy because he's gonna send me more after I'm done with the new list, you know. But as I was saying, I was so bored, and I saw Back to the Future recently added on Netflix Philippines. We didn't have Back to the Future. We don't have Back to the Future. And it was on his list too. He recommended it to me. Excuse me. He recommended it to me. And look at that cough, bro. When will it end? Anyway. Back to the Future is the perfect film. It's a perfect film. There's nothing I would ever change about Back to the Future, man. It's the best script writing, best scenery, best moments. I love Michael J. Fox. I love Christopher Lloyd. I love everything about the movie. I love everything about. There was no dead air. There was no moments where I was bored. There were no moments where I wanted to stop and take a break from the film. No. I was enjoying every second of it. And that was the first time I felt that way for a film, bro. It's the first time again. So if I could give it 1,000,000 stars, I would. I love Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future so much that 2 a.m. I watched it, 4 a.m. I was done with it. I watched the second one right away because I want to see what happens. I cannot wait. I couldn't wait. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I have to watch what happens to Marty McFly and Doc in the future. Best film, like it says, best film ever. BESTFILMEVER. Back to the Future, best film ever. I love it. I can't stop saying I love Back to the Future. I'm gonna get a shirt that says I love Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future. I love you, Robert Zemeckis. I love Back to the Future. Guys, it's so good. Okay, so I had a headache, so I slept the entire day, and I couldn't watch the third one yet because I was sick as fuck again. And then I watched the third one after when I felt better right away. And Back to the Future trilogy. Each film is great, but the first film of Back to the Future is perfect. I will never change anything about it. It's an example of a perfect film for me. It's Back to the Future. If someone asks me, what's your favorite film that you would recommend it to everyone, they have to watch it before they die, I would say Back to the Future. Back to the fucking future. And then there's the second page. I know, I'm sorry, bro. I watched The Double the Time after January 24, and I rated 4 stars out of and a half. Tom fucking Holland, man. I only has seen him as a kid in his films, and then I see him in Spider-Man. Right? And in The Devil All the Time, that was not Spider-Man. That was not the Tom Holland I know. It was a different side of him. And I want to see that in the Odyssey. The one he's staring in. He's the main character apparently. I want to see that the devil all the time Tom Holland in the Nolan film. He is exceptionally amazing in the devil all the time. I have rooted for him more in this film. I wanted him to win in this film so badly. And also Robert Pattinson, what a fuck off. He pissed me off in the entire film. I was so pissed by him. He's amazing. He's an amazing actor because I was so pissed by him. He's one of the greatest actors who can act like a protagonist and be a greater antagonist. I love all his roles as an antagonist. In The King 2018, Timothée Chalamet is the main character for the film, and he was the antagonist, Robert Pattinson. Let me just tell you, I wish he was in Dune Part 2, I wish it was Robert Pattinson instead of Austin. I forgot his name. Austin? Yeah, but I wish they fought, Robert Pattinson and Timothy, instead of the original Dune Part 2. And I found out that it was supposed to be Robert, but the schedule was... he was too busy at the time, so he couldn't do Dune Part 2. And what a missed opportunity. Robert Pattinson, I love you, bro. You're amazing. If you haven't watched The Devil All the Time, go watch it. It's on Netflix. It has Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland in it. What else are you waiting for? Delusions. When Robert Pattinson said delusions, that was so funny. That was so funny, man. Delusions. You gotta watch it to know what I'm saying. So go watch The Devil All the Time, okay? Go watch it, bro. So after The Devil All the Time, January 24, 4 stars and a half. Did it say 4 stars and a half already? I don't remember. I watched The Social Network after. I rated 4 stars. Andrew Garfield, that's all I can say. Andrew Garfield, he's amazing. January 26th at 8 a.m. I watched The Social Network. And I don't know how the Facebook started. I don't know anything about Mark Zuckerberg. It was a great film. And I finally saw the iconic scene where Andrew Garfield smashes Mark's laptop. Like, are you Warden? Are you fucking Warden? Oh, god damn it. That scene, 100 stars, man. 100 stars. Maybe, I think I should rewatch it and see if it can have 5 stars. Because I just woke up and I was like, I can't sleep anymore. I don't want to eat too. Let me just watch this film. Like, that's all I do. I just open my phone or my laptop or my computer and I'm like, I start a movie. Press it. I'm so bored. So, The Social Network. If you haven't watched it, watch it too. And then I went this is January 26th, right? I watched The Social Network. I went down to eat breakfast 10 a.m. and my mom was like, "Are you getting better, honey?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she told me, "Do you want to watch a movie together?" Okay, my mom and dad are both cinephiles. We love watching movies together. The entire family. I mean, who doesn't, right? But my family are so close with each other. I'm close with my mom and dad. They're my best friends. And their first date was in a film theater in 1970s. They were teenagers, my mom and dad, and they watched James Bond, A Spy Who Loved Me. That was the first film they ever watched. So whenever it's their anniversary or you want to watch something, it's either James Bond, an action film, or something I recommend. Something I recommend. They've been going on dates like that for so long. Film dates. They love movies together. They rate movies together. They're super cute together, my mom and dad. I hope one day I'll find someone like that, to watch movies with. Hopefully. Someday. Hopefully. Right now, I think this isn't gonna happen. So, as I was saying, I went down. My mom asked me for a movie, and I said, "Let's watch Back to the Future." I watched Back to the Future with my mom just 2 days after I watched it for the first time. We watched it together, and we finished it, and she was laughing every moment of a funny scene. He was laughing her guts out. That's what I love about my mom. She laughs so easily, and she gets me. We have the same taste. We have the same taste in humor wise, and she was like, "You gotta get your dad." Oh, sorry. You gotta get your dad and your niece and your nephew, your brother. They all have to watch it. So I was so sleepy because I woke up 8 a.m. I was like, okay, I started Back to the Future again because my brother and my niece and my dad and my mom wanted to watch it again. So I took a nap while they were watching. And then I woke up and they're like, "Where's part 2? Where's part 2, man?" And I opened the TV and I'm like, with the remote, I was like, "There's part 2. Like, it's right there." And I started the film. I started the second movie, the part 2, and I watched it with them. We were eating popcorn. We were eating pizza. Popcorn, and shit. And we were fighting over the movie. Like, we were explaining stuff. Like, why is Marty there? And there's another Marty. Why are there 2 dogs? Just the entire room being loud as fuck. I think watching it alone with myself for the first time was amazing. But being able to watch it with your entire family is another experience that you guys have to make. If you're close with your family, you gotta watch it with someone. Back to the Future. You watch it on your own first, and then share that experience with a friend or a family, with someone you care about, because it's a great experience. Great movie. We haven't watched 3 yet until now because the family is so busy, right? We haven't watched part 3 yet. I think this weekend we're gonna watch it. Okay, so the next day, okay, the camera stopped. So I'm sorry. Okay, January 27. I was getting better. I wasn't puking mucus all the time. It was manageable. I can do stuff now. I wasn't bedridden. I don't have a fever anymore. I don't have a headache anymore. I don't have that sore throat anymore. But my throat hurts when I talk sometimes with too much. I started watching January 27, Killers of the Flower Moon. I finished it in the morning. And I wrote it 4.5 stars. The only Scorsese film I've watched was The Wolf of Wall Street. I watched it 3 times already. I love that movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing. It's a powerhouse for a reason, He's great. despite his personal life, he's amazing with what he does with his craft, and how he shows that he's made for films. I have so much respect for that. With how he performed his art on screen, he is an exceptional, one of a kind actor. I think one of the one of a kind actors I've seen are Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothy Chalamet, and Robert Pattinson and Cillian Murphy. Those four. And Andrew Garfield. And Andrew Garfield, my husband. That's my husband. They're amazing. Killers of the Flower Moon. This was recommended by my best friend again. For a long time, he wanted me to watch this, and it was about time I watched it. Anyway, it was hauntingly beautiful to see. My heart breaks for the Osage people, the Indians, and how they were treated. And one of the things I wrote in my film review was how it amazes me that this has been resolved, that the one who killed them didn't get away with it. Cause you know, maybe I'm so used to people not getting the justice they deserve that it shocks me that they got justice, and I'm happy they did. Rest in peace to everyone involved in the killings. But it shocks me that it got resolved. The mystery was gone. Like they found out who killed them, which is great. Then after I watched Killers of the Flower Moon in the morning, in our Discord server, we watch Aftersun, which is extremely depressing. I don't want to spoil it, but the way they took depression, the way they interpreted, the way they showed it, it's exactly what depression is. You don't get to see it in front of you happening. Like, just with depressed people, you don't know who has it. Like, it's not something you notice physically, or you do sometimes notice it physically. I just meant that how hard it is to distinguish who has depression and what level of alarming can it be seen, and how it's happening behind the door when you're alone, how depression works on you with you. Like, you're fully functional person in public, but behind the door, when you're alone in your room, depression just eats you up, just destroys you. And they perfectly show that. They perfectly show that in the film. Aftersun is great. It's great. I enjoyed it. I rated 4 stars. And then the next day, I watched the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, and I had no idea that this was Heath Ledger's final film that was released. I cried because I love Heath Ledger. My favorite rom-com film is 10 Things I Hate About You. It's 10 Things I Hate About You, and I love seeing him there. And his performance in the film is great. I think people doesn't know that he's in it. I'm not really sure, but I don't see it being talked about a lot, Maybe because it's an old film and it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. But this was before Andrew was in Spider-Man. Before he was in Amazing Spider-Man. So he looks super young. He was 24 in this. He's 24. And Andrew Garfield is amazing. He's always been amazing since he was young. You know? And seeing him in Dr. Parnassus, Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, I see him in a new light as a young budding actor who has so many layers beneath him. It wasn't shown. Seeing him act in his recent films, I watched Tick Tick Boom last December. It's got to be his best film ever, his best acting ever. I watched We Live in Time with my best friend in November. We watched it together, and Andrew is amazing in there too. And so seeing him as a young actor again in Dr. Parnassus, it was like another side of Andrew I've never seen. It wasn't the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. It was way before Spider-Man. So, just amazes me. He's awesome. Also, Lily Cole is so beautiful. I wrote it 4 stars. Also, the ending was bittersweet. It was a great experience. The next day, I watched Modern Times by Charlie Chaplin. I should watch. Sorry. See, I have a bad cough. Where will that go away? I'm taking 3 medicine too. I watched Modern Times Charlie Chaplin. I should have watched City Lights first. I'm gonna do that later. And it was great. I watched his creations before in high school, when I was in high school, because I got him as a project. It was like people of history, and then you pick a name out of a box. No, John F. Kennedy, Michael Jackson. Dead people names in back then, and I got Charlie Chaplin. So I gotta end the video soon because my coughs are coming. My coughs are getting worse. So when I know his films already, but it's been so long that I forgot the vibe of it. It has, I think, black and white films or something, silent films in general, or something I've been enjoying since I was a kid. So watching them again as a 23-year-old now, I have a new level of respect for them, and I love seeing them again. Just letting it sink in, just watching and letting it sink in. Best feeling in the world ever. There isn't a film in the world that doesn't make me feel better about life. So the next day I watched Nosferatu 1922. That was yesterday. Last night I watched Nosferatu 1922. Oh, my stomach is churning. I haven't slept. I haven't eaten anything. But also, I watched Nosferatu 1922. I rated 4.5 stars. And my best friend loves Nosferatu. He went to see the live score in London. I hate him for that. I'm so jealous of his experiences. I gotta see Nosferatu one day in live score. I wrote that yesterday in my bucket list. Like 100 things Kairi should do before she dies. Watch Nosferatu live score in theater. That's what I wrote after I watched the film. He's like, how can you rate it 4.5 stars? And I'm like, I rated 4.5 stars because I wish it was longer. And he was like, that's not a critic. I laughed so hard because he was right. I shouldn't rate something because I want it to be longer. So I changed it to 5 stars. And I'm reading Bram Astruck's Dracula. That's where Nosferatu is based from, and how Nosferatu changed the history of horror forever. And I read that people are scared of Nosferatu during the time it came out. I wasn't scared. He was eerie looking. He was weird looking, but I wasn't scared of him. It was maybe because he was being memed, used a meme. So I found it so funny. I found the film so funny, and also a great masterpiece. Anyway, that's everything I've watched this January so far. Sorry, this is so long. But I gotta end the video because my cough syrup is so bad. But thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.